Congressional Republicans are not pleased with the Iran nuclear accord that was recently reached with the United States, and that includes Representative Robert Pittenger, joins us right now. What is it that Republicans do not like about this agreement? I mean, sum this up for me.
Rob, I think the basic presupposition is the level of trust that you have to have with Iran.
Yeah.
And that's really the foundation of our problem. Whether you look at inspection issues or sanctions issues, or frankly now this side agreement that they have clearly written, allowed to be written between Iran and the IAEA.
Right.
And this will not be disclosed to anyone else, no other party in the P5+1. The Congress will not have access to this agreement.
Right.
And
well, Secretary of State Kerry was testifying before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee yesterday with regard to that agreement that deals with a facility called Parchin, and it deals with high explosives related to a nuclear program. He did say that he thinks that the agreement will be fine, perhaps with a few adjustments. He didn't disclose what the agreement is.
I don't doubt that Senator Kerry said that.
Yeah.
What I do realize is that he has been willing to give one concession after another. Where we started in this framework and where we ended up is totally different.
But something else that he said was, quote unquote, some sort of unicorn arrangement involving Iran's complete capitulation is a fantasy, plain and simple. So if Republicans don't like this agreement, then it basically means there would be no agreement, or do you have something that could concretely be put in place?
Well, even one of the French ministers said, if we stayed at the table, if we came back to the table, we'd get a better agreement. We have been there and they've never left. Reagan had the good judgment to leave Reykjavik, and he came back, and we had 3 major arms reductions agreements. We kept the pressure on the Soviet Union. We've done just the opposite with Iran. We have given them $700 million a month for 16 months, total of $12 billion. Now over $100 billion is going to be immediately released. Where's that money going to go?
98% of its enriched uranium stockpiles of low enriched uranium are going to be sent off to another country. It's cutting half the centrifuges. So again, what specifically is it that you don't like about the agreement?
The Soviet Union is going to hold the stockpiles. Are you saying that we're in good hands with the Soviet Union or with Russia? Well, this is nonsense. There's no accountability in this agreement. There's no inspections process. They have a minimum of 24 days to delay after we give notice and we want to go and we want to inspect that facility. Okay. It could go out for 2 months. The sanctions are going to release hundreds of billions of dollars.
Right.
They have a footprint in Syria. They have a footprint in Iraq. They have a footprint in Yemen, in Latin America. Just with the money that they've had, imagine what they're going to do. This is Hitler with nuclear weapons. They have ICBM capacity that we did not give them any capacity, any basis to restrict.
We're going to run out of time here, so I want to ask you, do you think that President Obama has lined up his Democrats in order to defeat any override of his intention veto if indeed Congress votes against this accord? I
think it's going to be a challenge for him.
Yeah.
There are Democrats who are still reserved about this agreement because there's so many questions out there, particularly this side agreement with IAEA.
Okay. Congressman Pittenger, it's always great seeing you. Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you.
That's our in-depth conversation for today. We'll be